Marina Auto Group charging stations located at 943 Ridge Road, Vatican Sale Daily, with Charge Smart EV, is requesting preliminary final site plan approval to install 2 electric vehicle charging stations within an existing auto dealership parking lot on a 0.41 acre parcel located in an MC medium intensity commercial district on the Dakota Town of Webster.
Gentlemen.
Good evening, guys. My name is Sal. This is Christian, business partner for Charge Smart EV, and we are looking to obtain a building permit for 2 electric vehicle charging stations at Marina Auto Group at 943 Ridge Road.
Well, what do they consist of? Just a couple of monuments, posts?
Yeah, 2 pedestal-mounted EV charging stations, 4 parking spots. I believe on one of your maps there behind the site map legend, it's kind of a 3D rendering of what the stations actually look like.
Yeah.
So there's going to be two chargers on each monument.
Correct, there's 2 ports that will charge. One station will have 2 ports, would be 2 parking spots. So there's 2 of those for a total of 4 parking spots. And one of those spots we are making handicap accessible for people that would have an EV that need a handicap spot.
How long would it take to charge it?
We are putting in what is called a DC-FC fast charger. There's only 4 right now in Monroe County. We will have 2 at Marina. Usually, depending on the battery, there's a couple of different components that go in, but you could expect to get a fully charged vehicle, at least 80% of it charged in, they say about 11 minutes to 30 minutes.
Is this just for the Marina's customers, or is this open for the?
This will be open to the public. It will be for Marina and the public. Usually, the demographic who has an EV vehicle, they will be able to tell if there's a spot available at Marina that they can go in and charge their vehicle. So it is for either or.
Do they have to do that fee to use it?
Marina will probably end up having a fee. Yes, I don't know what that fee is right now, but it will at least be the cost of what their electricity cost is per kilowatt hour, so they don't lose any money to help, the public.
Now, where do you draw the power? If one line's out, or do they come from the pole?
Our genie did come out to do a site visit and provide us a quote to run it off an existing pole that's on the east side of the property. It'll be a new service. We're going to trench it in the ground to the new parking spots up front that we will stripe. That will be EV parking only, so it is a new service, new pole that our genie has come out and gave us the plans for.
This is the first time we've had something like this come in.
Yep, this is.
What are these 220, or how does this work?
These are 4 EVO, 200 amps to each.
Oh, okay.
There are 240 volts, like there's different levels. Just, I know this is new for everybody as well. Level 2s are the chargers that most people have at their house and maybe at Walmart down in Baytown. I live here, and I don't know, down near Walmart. Level 2s, so it'll take 4 to 8 hours to charge your vehicle. Level 3s are the DCFCs, the fast chargers. And like I said, if you look at the map, there's about 4 of them in Monroe County. There's a few Teslas up at Eastview. There's one in Fairport Village. There's one in the Porsche dealership in Henrietta as well. We're going to be putting 2, and also we're putting some at other locations, not in Webster. But that's the goal from the government of New York to have their initiative and goal met by 2035. So.
Interesting.
Will these chargers be available 24/7?
Correct. If they're public access, in order to have them labeled as public, they have to have 24/7 access.
Now, would this be like a gas pump? Would there be one on either side of each stand?
Yep, think of it almost like this. It's visual. There's a port here and a port here.
Oh,
So
there are 2.
one port would go to one parking spot. The other port would go to the other parking spot. There will be signage that says EV parking only to avoid any type of just regular customers coming in and just parking.
So each pedestal takes care of 2 cars?
Correct.
These things live all the time? I mean, how does somebody initiate getting a charge?
Sure. So we also will be putting a credit card processing on there as well. But most people with an EV have an app on their phone. It's very technologically savvy. They know it'll take them right to the parking spot. They can either prepay on the app, and it communicates that way, or they can put a credit card in and start, just like if you were at the gas pump. So.
No, we're getting educated now, see?
Yeah,
This is the
absolutely.
first- This is the start for us. I don't have any issues with it. I think it's kind of message came in for the approval of it. I mean, there's going to be people asking questions about it, and at least use us as a.
Yeah, we plan on doing more in Webster too, so we figured you'd be familiar with us.
Yeah.
We'll probably be coming back.
Yeah, it doesn't interfere with anything, there's, that's the issues you know, anyway. This is actually, this is a preliminary, so if there is anyone here wishing to speak either for or against this, one, either we'll close the public hearing, bring it back, anybody? Mark?
I'm just curious, and pardon my geographic knowledge of this, but is it located off Sheeprack Road or is it located off Ridge?
Right on Ridge Road, almost right here across the street, across from Hagthorn's. Marina Dodge Auto Group, I'm not trying to think what else is.
You're right in back of their landscape, actually, they do a fantastic job of landscaping there, where the trees are, you're right in back. You're right
We're doing it right in front there, but not where people are pulling in and out, we're moving it down just so for any traffic reason, want people to come in and out so there's no cars. We're putting bollards in the front and back, just God forbid anybody off of Ridge Road, they'll hit the bollards first and not the station, so very precautious in regards to protecting them.
Thank you.
Will there be any sign noting that there's electric charging stations there open to the?
Correct. Aside from the application that people have on their phone, there will be, if you were to pull in or just see it from the road, there will be EV parking, EV charging station signs. I don't know if it'll be like a standalone next to the Marina Dodge sign that says EV charging only, but most of the people that have an electric vehicle are used to looking on their phone on a site called plugshare.com where they can locate every charging station in the United States. So if they're in Webster and they want to know, they can see which one's being built, where they are, and it'll take them right to that parking spot.
Okay.
Why did you select that location? Just curiosity.
They came to us. There's actually a big push from auto dealerships as they kind of, as you see every other commercial, as an electric vehicle on TV right now. Manufacturers Ford, Dodge, all GM, Chrysler, they are mandating their dealerships in order to be able to sell a new electric vehicle since they're producing them, you need to have electric charging stations. So our company goes around and helps dealerships, the public municipalities, we help them with New York State rebates and incentives to help put these in to meet the infrastructure goal that federal and state governments have. So they chose it because they need it if they want to be able to sell the new electric vehicles from Dodge, Chrysler, everything else that they sell there.
I would have to guess probably it won't be too long before we'll have everyone coming in.
I was just going to ask, there's other car dealerships up Ridge Road, are they going to be?
We do a lot. We're doing Bob Johnson over in Henrietta right now. He just, Christian just came from Poughkeepsie to do 3 car dealerships down there. We do the Northeast pretty much. So we're a turnkey company that helps customers, municipalities, anybody. We do all the make-ready, what is called make-ready incentive. We do the paperwork so they don't have to get them the rebates to help them put the charging stations in. So we're all over the place, us too.
Okay.
Will they eventually put charging, for their own use inside the dealership?
I think currently they do have like something to service vehicles that
Yeah,
they had in the year before, like when it was early on just to have it, but what we're doing is we're giving them that fast charge to be able to, that's what differentiates it, 11 minutes compared to 4 hours, so they can service, test drive, and, get their customers moving.
Most of the dealerships do have like the level 2s inside the dealerships, inside the livery, as well as the service bay as well already.
Say, for example, I drive a Toyota, and I want to pull into this charging station to charge. Will this unit charge up my car because it's different?
They're universal, the ones we put in are universal, whereas the Tesla, you need an adapter and everything for your car. These are universal charging plugs that 99.9% of the vehicles that are out there will charge at these vehicle stations.
We're using a plug called CCS as well, and a lot of the car manufacturers right now are coming out with adapters to fit that CCS plug, so it is truly universal. No matter what car you have.
What do they normally charge for a charge?
For DCFCs, if you could actually see it right on that plugshare.com, you'll get familiar with that site as we kind of progress and evolve with EVs, but most people are charging about 35 cents a kWh. So a 30-minute charge could be $30 to $40 for an electric vehicle, 300, 400 mile range depending on the battery. So it's really kind of dealer's choice as far as what they do want to charge.
Kind of like $5 a gallon for gas.
Much cheaper. Well, yeah, that's why the big push is on right now. Is gas is going on.
I'm at 195 in gas today so far.
All right, I guess we're set. Anybody? Good to go with it? All right, we have to close the public hearing. Derek, you want to do this here?
Town of Webster Planning Board consider a request by Sal,
Sam, that's fine.
okay, Sun Valley, will charge Smart EV to install 2 electric vehicle charging stations within an existing auto dealership parking lot at Marina Dodge at 943 Ridge Road on a 0.41 acre parcel having the SBL number 079.15-1-22.10. The planning board classifies the proposed action as a type 2 action under section 617 C9 of the State Environmental Quality Review Regulations, and therefore is not subject to further review.
Okay,
Second.
we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, for preliminary, well, we have to do two, it's gonna be a preliminary and final, that's the way Raj always made us do it.
I'll make a motion for one.
Dave, before you do, Dave, I think, what do we use, I think we have to use this drawing, which you designated on one of the site drawings?
There's a couple different, in regards to where we're putting them?
Yeah, so just for the record, where it's going.
Yes, yep,
We'll use this one?
correct. Yep, it shows the trenching where we'll be in the grass, and then the 2 blue spots signify where the station will be on that grass as well, in the corners. We have a zoomed in portion and
October 2015, I think I see the date on there.
what's that?
October 2015.
That's when the site map.
Yeah, that's what I was drawing.
Yeah, yeah.
So based on the new rendering showing the location, current location of it, so we can use that. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, I'll make a motion for approval for the Marina Auto Group charging stations at 943 Ridge Road in Webster. Subject to PRC comments.
Basically, it's presented.
Oh, yeah, we have, actually, yeah. Just as it is. The approvals are subject to drawing number, what was that again?
Well, it's dated October 2015, but received by the town May 20th, 2022. Just for the record.
That's the one.
Go ahead. Okay, that's your motion, Dave?
That's the
Need a
motion.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're good with that. We have to do a final on this separately, so go ahead and do a final.
Yeah, make a motion for final approval for charging station at 943 Ridge Road, Marina Auto Group.
Do we need to want to add in there is significant construction?
Yeah, significant construction has to occur within 1 year,
Yeah.
which will expire on June 7th, 2023.
Okay, that's your motion. Okay, we need a second? Mark? Okay, motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, I guess you guys are all set.
Thank you. Very much for your time.